one of the top questions advisors are asking us all the time is, how do we grow our business? And one of the most natural ways to do it, which is not practiced enough, is being able to better serve and keep what they have, but everyone's doing that. But very few advisors are thinking about growing it and keeping it by going to the next generation and servicing the next generation. I think this is the biggest opportunity for any advisor serving families of wealth, is to really extend their reach to the next generation. And let me give you a little bit of why this is important. There's a lot of data behind this reason. For example, let's look up here. They are predicting $41 trillion of wealth that's going to transfer from one generation to the next. So you as the advisor, you already have a deep, long relationship with, traditionally the matriarch and the patriarch. But a lot of advisors have not thought really intentionally beyond that generation about keeping and expanding that wealth across the generations. So what the data is telling us is that per year, for the next 20 or 40 years, it's going to be a transfer of wealth of about $1 trillion changing hands. So that's data point one. The second data point here is represented in these three pies, these three circles. On the family side of the equation, as the wealth transfers from generation 1 to generation 2, about 70% of it is lost. Only about 30% is kept through generation 2. And then when you go to generation 3, only about 10% is kept. And one has to ask, why is that the case? And the great news is it's not because the advisor, the attorney, the private banker, the wealth manager, that they're not doing their job. As a matter of fact, they're doing excellent jobs, the research would suggest. The issue is because of what the family is not preparing for. They're not taking care of what we call the business of the family, making sure that there's an intentional vision for the wealth, a mission and purpose for the wealth, how the family communicates and makes decisions around it, and prepares the next generation. So just at the family level, an advisor could bring so much more value in helping them solve that family problem. And then the third part is when a family is able to transfer the wealth to the second generation, even though a lot is lost, about 89 to 90% of that next generation, the heirs that are receiving the wealth, reject the first generation's advisors. In other words, you as the advisor to generation 1 of the wealth right now, or the matriarch and the patriarch, they're not staying with you 80 to 90% of the time. What a lost opportunity. So it's very important that you gear up your practice and your firm as well as your skill set to really help the family and help your business by helping that wealth transfer across the generations for the family, and then you being that value add that keeps the wealth when it transfers, that the next generation looks to you as their advisor. This is a great opportunity for you.